Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me first thank the organizers, the UK government, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for inviting us and giving the opportunity for Nigeria to share its own experiences on the subject matter today. I bring to you warm regards from His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. The federal government of Nigeria acknowledges the strong link between the structure of Nigeria's population and its natural development. We are fully committed to reducing our currently unacceptable high maternal and child mortality rates. In this context, we are committed to enhancing access to and utilization of essential basic life-saving interventions, including the unmet need for family planning. This will be done in an integrated manner within the framework of a primary healthcare approach. The structure of our population is such that the working age to non-working age population ratios have remained fairly stable over the last 50 years, driven by relatively high annual growth rates. We're aware that favorable ratios of working age to non-working age population enhances human capital investment as well as household savings potential. We realize that in order for Nigeria to reap its demographic dividend and fulfill our aspiration for it to become one of the world's largest 20 economies by 2020, there is need for purposeful government effort to meet the currently unmet needs for family planning commodities, enhance the education of both girls and boys, and empower our women. This is why human capital development is a key pillar of the transformation agenda of His Excellency, Mr. President Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration. Within the context of our desire to enhance maternal and child survival, as well as to accelerate our demographic transition, we are committed to achieving the goal of a contraceptive prevalence rate of 38% by 2018 by making available to those women who choose freely the family planning commodities. Achieving this goal will mean averting at least 31,000 maternal deaths, and over 700,000 mothers will be prevented from injuries or long-term complications due to childbirth. This is consistent with our results-focused initiative of saving 1 million lives in Nigeria by 2015. We will achieve our goals and targets by working in close collaboration with our diverse but complementary partners. From the side of government, we have already created an enabling policy environment and taken concrete actions that support our vision and aspiration for improving maternal and child health. We will work with the private sector, civil society, traditional and religious institutions, as well as our development partners. In addition to our current annual commitment of US $3 million annually for procurement of reproductive health commodities, we are now committing to provide an additional $8.35 million annually over the next 4 years, making a total of $33.4 million over the next 4 years. Zambia increased its commitment by 100%, and I had Senegal by 200%. Nigeria is going 300%. This additional commitment will be programmed within the existing projection for the Subsidiary Investment and Empowerment Program funds for maternal and child health. We will use the funds to procure the commodities through UNFPA on the platform of an already existing agreement. Within the context of our fiscally decentralized federal system of government, we will work with the states and local governments to secure complementary budgets for family planning and reproductive health service delivery. We will train our frontline health workers to deliver a range of contraceptives and especially to improve the utilization of long-acting methods like the intrauterine devices and injectable contraceptives. We will work to unleash the potential of our private sector in making life-saving commodities available for our people. We'll encourage the private sector to engage in domestic manufacturing of essential health commodities, including contraceptives. We will also pursue making the commodities more affordable through efficient regulation and improving in-country logistics systems. We recognize that in Nigeria, the average total fertility for uneducated women is more than twice that of women who have had above secondary education. Thus, girl-child education remains an important area of focus to improve reproductive health and reduce maternal and child mortality. Girl-child education focusing on completion of primary, secondary, and post-secondary education for our future mothers is critical. but girls and women alone do not make babies. We will continue to pursue efforts to improve overall quality of education for all children. These efforts will take time, and perhaps even more time because of the already large birth cohorts that are constantly coming into the education system. So access to reproductive health services and commodities remains the first priority in this context. We are aware of the challenge to address the inequities in access, utilization, and distribution of health outcomes. In the case of family planning in Nigeria, women in the richest wealth quintile are more than 10 times likely to have access to family planning services, regardless of geography, ethnicity, or religion, compared to the women in the lowest 20th wealth quintile, 35% versus 3.2% as of 2008. We are committed to increasing the awareness and demand for family planning and reproductive health services by women, regardless of their socio-economic status, and without coercion. In our quest to save 1 million lives in Nigeria by 2015, we consider all lives to have equal value. In conclusion, I wish to affirm that the federal government of Nigeria remains fully committed to meeting the unmet needs for reproductive health services and family planning commodities. This will be done in an integrated, collaborative manner and without coercion. We are focused to save the lives of mothers and children from preventable causes and consider family planning a life-saving intervention. This effort is important for our country to reap its demographic dividend in the years to come. I thank you all.